And dedication is a relationship, and it is developing in a relationship, and it is knowing his word, and it is his relating this with the relationships, and he's telling me that his dedication. Not often and not everyone has actually dedicated. It be not everyone have relationship with him. So when I was like, listening to him, then he said, dedication means develop relationship with his word and knowing the character of God and the presence of God. So developing relationship requires to develop um, the area, the part of the person is like, knowing the person is like know his presence, knowing the person, his character, knowing what the person like or dislike. So dedication is it's 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 to know the person, developing in the relationship. So when you know the person and you know what he like, he dislike or like, and his presence when he comes, you know that is the presence of the person, and what um, the character of the person. So it's like knowing him, the character of the person, knowing the person, and knowing his character and knowing his presence. Because you have to prepare to know. It's like same thing, knowing God's word, knowing his character, and knowing him, personally, like it's a relationship, knowing his character, knowing his presence, knowing his word. So we see the words, then we see the presence. How can you know his presence when you don't know the relationship, when you don't have relationship? So knowing his presence, if it's peace, if it's joy, the presence brings, the energy brings, presence brings joy, peace, that is him, the character, and that's also is a character. So knowing him, knowing his character, it is knowing the person. It is like you develop. It's developing is not just one day. Developing, it's like every day knowing dislike, what he doesn't like. So by his word, you know what he doesn't like. He don't like lying tongues. He don't like, things that it mentioned that he doesn't like it. So knowing the presence, knowing his character, knowing what he like, he doesn't like it, it's building a relationship. So once you know that these things, you are actually developing yourself in the relationship. And it's a commitment, and it is a consistency, and it is a consistency, it is commitment, and that's where we see a few things about dedication. And I like to share more about the dedication because it's specifically talking about a relationship. So developing is a relationship, that dedication is a relationship, and it is developing the relationship. And it is like consistency in task, consistency in your work, in your things like this. It comes as developing. So once you're developing in a task, you're developing in a skill in your work, in your business, in the relationship, any kind of relationship, developing it also requires consistency. It also requires commitment, and it is toward your work, toward your task, towards your relationship, and that's how we see how we dedicate. It is knowing dedication. In Second Chronicle 20, Solomon, he dedicated his life, and we see in Deuteronomy 20 is talking about dedication also. So that's how we see. dedication is talking about, so what he's saying about dedication, commitment, consistency, developing. And this is a good news I'm sharing with you. Dedicate to his word. And it is a relationship one-to-one, personal. I'm Susanna Kwana. Today is 6th of February 2025. Developing is in relationship. So dedication.